Gentlemen, I need you to stop what you're doing right now because what I'm about to share with you could be the most important thing you hear all week. If you've been using olive oil to support your heart, your circulation, your energy, you're already ahead of most men your age. That's a smart choice, but here's what your doctor probably never told you. Olive oil alone is only doing half the job, and the half that's missing, that's the half that determines whether your blood actually flows the way it needs to your heart, your brain, your muscles, and every other part of your body that depends on strong, reliable circulation to keep you feeling like a man. The good news, the solution is already in your kitchen and it costs almost nothing. Stay with me because by the end of this video, you will never look at your kitchen cabinet the same way again. My name is Dr. James, a board-certified urologist with 12 years of experience helping men over 50 reclaim their vitality, their energy, and their confidence from the inside out. And today, I'm going to tell you exactly what olive oil is missing, why that gap is quietly costing you more than you realize, and the one simple addition that changes everything. Before we go any further, if you found this video because something in your body just doesn't feel the way it used to, you're in the right place. Subscribe right now and drop a comment telling me where you're watching from. I read them. This community matters. Now, let's talk about what's really happening inside your body. Here is the myth I want to destroy today. Most men over 50 have been told, eat healthy fats, switch to olive oil, follow a heart-healthy diet, and so they do. They cook with olive oil, they drizzle it on their salads, they feel like they're doing everything right, and yet the sluggishness is still there. The energy isn't what it was. The circulation still feels off. Mornings feel heavier than they should. And deep down, there's this quiet frustration of doing everything right and still not feeling right. Here's why. Olive oil is genuinely powerful. It carries monounsaturated fats that protect your arterial walls. It contains polyphenols, antioxidants that fight inflammation at the cellular level. It is absolutely a cornerstone of long-term vascular health. But there is one thing olive oil cannot do on its own. It cannot trigger vasodilation. Vasodilation is the process where your blood vessels actively relax and widen, opening up to allow blood to surge through with real force. This is not a passive process. It requires a specific biological signal, and that signal comes from a molecule called nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is the master switch for your circulation. When it's released, it tells the smooth muscle tissue wrapped around your arteries to let go, to stop gripping, and to open wide. When that happens, blood moves. Real blood flow. The kind that reaches your extremities, feeds your muscles, clears your mind, and keeps every system in your body running the way it should. Without nitric oxide, your arteries stay tight. Blood moves slowly, and no matter how much olive oil you consume, you are only protecting a system that is still partially closed. That's the gap, and that's what we're going to fix today. So, what triggers nitric oxide production? The answer is something so ordinary, so inexpensive that most men walk right past it every single day without a second thought. Vinegar. Specifically, the active compound inside vinegar, acetic acid. Here's what happens in your body when acetic acid enters your bloodstream. It travels directly to the endothelium, the thin critical layer of cells that lines every artery and blood vessel you have. The endothelium is your circulation's control center. When it's healthy and activated, it produces nitric oxide through a specific enzyme. Acetic acid activates that enzyme directly. The result is a cascade. Nitric oxide floods into the smooth muscle cells surrounding your arteries. Those cells relax, the vessels widen, and blood that was sluggish begins to move with force, reaching places it hasn't reached properly in years. But acetic acid doesn't stop there. It lowers blood sugar spikes after meals. And this matters more than most men realize. Every time your blood sugar spikes sharply, it creates a wave of inflammation that damages the delicate inner lining of your arteries. Over months and years, that damage accumulates. Vessels stiffen, blood flow slows, and men start feeling it in their energy, their stamina, their mental sharpness, and their sense of physical confidence. Vinegar blunts those spikes before they cause damage. It also reduces systemic inflammation, one of the most silent and destructive forces working against your circulation every single day. And it supports your gut microbiome, which has a direct line of communication to your inflammatory response throughout your entire body. When inflammation drops, vessels relax. When vessels relax, blood flows. And when blood flows, men start feeling like themselves again. Now, here is where this becomes truly extraordinary. Vinegar alone is powerful, but when you combine vinegar with olive oil, something happens that neither ingredient can produce on its own. Think of it this way. Vinegar is the ignition. It sends the chemical signal that tells your arteries to open, to relax, to let blood through. Olive oil is the engine protection. The healthy monounsaturated fats in olive oil improve how your body absorbs and uses acetic acid. The polyphenols, the antioxidants found specifically in extra virgin olive oil, protect the nitric oxide that's being released from breaking down too quickly before it can do its job. And the anti-inflammatory compounds in olive oil keep your endothelium soft, flexible, and responsive over time. Alone, each one does something good. Together, they complete each other. It's like having a spark plug and high-quality fuel in the same engine. Separately, neither gets you very far. Together, the engine runs the way it was designed to. I have watched this combination work in my practice across 12 years. Men who felt like their body had quietly given up on them. Men who were tired of feeling tired. Men who had accepted a level of diminished energy and physical strength that they never should have had to accept. They started this combination, and within weeks they came back different. Warmer hands, clearer heads, more energy in the afternoon, better sleep, a returning sense of physical confidence that they thought simply belonged to a younger version of themselves. So, how do you actually do this? Let me give you the exact approach. Before your two main meals of the day, lunch and dinner, take a glass of water and stir in 1 to 2 teaspoons of vinegar. Apple cider vinegar with the mother is ideal. Red wine vinegar works well too. Sip it slowly over 5 to 10 minutes before you eat. Don't rush it. Don't drink it straight without water. Always dilute it. Your teeth and your stomach will thank you. Why before meals? Because that's when blood sugar spikes are coming. You want acetic acid already in your system, already signaling your arteries to relax before the inflammatory wave arrives. This one habit alone can shift how your body responds for the entire next several hours. Once a day, ideally at dinner, combine both ingredients together. 2 tablespoons of cold-pressed extra virgin olive oil, 1 to 2 teaspoons of vinegar, a pinch of sea salt, some fresh herbs if you enjoy them. Pour it over a base of leafy greens, spinach, arugula, mixed greens, and add real whole foods, tomatoes, cucumbers, avocado, bell peppers. When these two ingredients enter your bloodstream together, the synergy begins. Vinegar activates, olive oil protects and amplifies, and your circulation responds in ways that a single ingredient simply cannot produce. Now, what should you expect in the first week? The changes will feel subtle, more warmth in your hands and feet, slightly better sleep, a little more mental clarity in the afternoon. These are early signs that circulation is shifting throughout your body. By weeks 2 to 4, energy improves noticeably. Physical stamina increases. The afternoon slowdown that most men just accept as normal starts lifting. By weeks 8 to 12 of consistent daily use, the improvements become significant and reliable. Your vascular system has had time to heal, the inflammation has dropped, and the strength that felt like it was quietly fading starts returning, but only, and I mean only if you stay consistent. Daily practice, not occasional effort. Your body rewards discipline, not desperation. One important warning before you go: never use vinegar topically. Never apply it to your skin thinking it will work faster. Acetic acid causes real chemical damage to sensitive tissue. This protocol works internally through your bloodstream at the cellular level. There are no shortcuts, and there is no external version of this. Please don't try it. If you're on blood thinners, diabetes medication, or have acid reflux or stomach ulcers, speak with your physician before starting. Vinegar is powerful, and that power needs to be respected alongside any existing treatment. Gentlemen, I want to leave you with this. One of my patients, a man in his late 60s, sat across from me after years of frustration. He had tried supplements, expensive treatments, and dietary changes. Nothing moved the needle. We started this protocol together. 4 weeks later, he walked back into my office and said something I still think about. He said, "I feel like my body remembered who I am." That is what restored circulation does. It doesn't just change a number on a lab result. It changes the way a man inhabits his own life, his energy, his confidence, his presence, his sense of being fully alive inside his own body. Your body is not finished. Decline is not inevitable. And the tools you need to start changing this are sitting in your kitchen right now. Tonight before dinner, mix 1 to 2 teaspoons of apple cider vinegar into a glass of water. Sip it slowly. Make a simple salad dressed with 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil and a teaspoon of vinegar. Do it again tomorrow and the day after that. If this video helped you, please like it, subscribe, and share it with a man in your life who needs to hear this. You might be changing someone's life with one tap. This is Dr. James, and I want you to remember this. Age is not a sentence. It is simply a starting point for the man you are still becoming.